What's happening, loungers? I hope everybody is doing as great as I am today. Shout out to me on my birthday today, guys. A bitch is 45 years old and still looking amazing. I just wanted to get on here today just to shout myself out, number one. And also because I did want to go ahead and go over a little bit of what I was listening to just a few moments ago on Breaking the Cultures channel, okay? Now, if you guys missed it, I don't know, because you might want to go over there and catch it because baby girl be liking to private shit and act like she didn't actually say different things. So what she decided to do was go on this campaign with, of course, we all know who's in the chat. We've got AAS in the chat, the typical people that would be there kissing her ass. We had those people there. And what she was doing was she was attempting to make it look like all of these charges against her are not true, right? And all of this paperwork that's going on, with Drea is just all untrue, okay? She wanted me to prove it by showing mug shots and all these weird things that she's requesting. Here's the thing. Let's go over a couple of things, based off of how this would all work, okay? Now, if you have like active capiases out against you, that would mean that you have not been locked up yet, okay? That would mean that they don't have a actual mugshot of you yet because you haven't been to jail, okay? That would mean that you're on the run, right? They're still looking for you. You have to turn yourself in, or if you get caught like driving or something like that and you get stopped, or something else happens and somebody calls the cops on you and they run your name, this is the information that would come up, okay? Generally speaking, with these particular things that she's got going on, more than likely, these things are not like something that's being broadcast state to state, okay? So if she was stopped in New York or New Jersey, where she currently lives, then more than likely she wouldn't go to jail for a charge that is in Las Vegas, right? Or a charge that's in Ohio, right? Unless it was something that was really majorly egregious, like, the M word or the R word or something crazy like that. So it is very, very likely that she's just been on the run for a long time and just doesn't visit those locations often, or she doesn't get in trouble while she's visiting those locations, okay? That is not unheard of. That is not something that, would be far-fetched, okay? But the bottom line is, if she hasn't been to jail yet, like they haven't caught her, okay? I mean, duh, it's a no-brainer to say there would be no mugshot to pull up in the system, okay? So obviously, that is the case. So that whole, argument about pull up a picture of me being in jail is just stupid, considering the fact that we've already pulled up the charges and we've already proven exactly what those charges say, and that you have capiases, active capiases, and active felonies on you. The dates of birth are adding up, where the locations, that you've lived in, the name, everything is adding up. So, I'm not sure why, we would need to prove anything else. The other beauty of it is the fact that there was a woman who did, and like I said, if I wasn't able to substantiate all this, I wouldn't even be releasing it. But the beauty of it is that there was a woman who has already been interviewed on a completely different channel that has no dog in any fight that I got with Breaking the Culture. Okay. Me and Derell Moore do not talk to each other. I don't know him. I'm not, or anything I know of him. But we don't know each other. Okay. So he has no dog in my fight with Breaking, and I have no dog in his fight with her. As a matter of fact, I didn't even believe him for a while, just simply because, number one, I wasn't looking at the paperwork. I wasn't looking at the information. And I believed her. I believed what she was saying about him. I didn't have any real reason to go around looking at anything else that he may have been, doing, or anything that he may have been saying about her. Now that I have experienced these very same things with her, now I am very interested in what not only he has said, but what multiple content creators have said about her in multiple spaces. Okay. I'm not going to name any names currently, but there are people that are definitely wanting to talk about this and look into talking about it. I just don't know if I necessarily want to do all that because, like I said, a lot of those cases and situations are very similar to mine, right? So it would kind of be, just repeating the same thing. But ultimately, when it came down to this grandmother and when it came down to these children, this was something that was very easy to find. Okay. It wasn't difficult. But again, I want to stress to the public, you are never going to find anybody's personal child support cases or anybody's personal custody cases any fucking where. That is not going to happen. So Breaking, you can stop with the bullshit, but we most definitely have found the grandmother and we have definitely pinned that information down. Okay. Anybody is welcome to go look at it. Like I said, I've shown paperwork. I've shown the names. I've shown evidence of all of this, and I've shown you where to look. Okay. I refuse to, though, put pictures of your son up on my YouTube. I'm not going to do that. But I do know for a fact that he exists. Okay. So again, is Derell actually paying me to talk about Breaking? Absolutely not, guys. Okay. And I'm going to say exactly why I'm putting this information out about Breaking the Culture, why I have a problem with Breaking the Culture, how this came back out and back about. Okay. Because again, none of that was going on. I had left her alone. I wasn't dealing with her. I wasn't talking about Breaking. There was no conversations anywhere I was having anywhere on any panels or anything about Breaking the Culture. Okay. It was Breaking the Culture that was running around the sector talking shit about me, constantly coming up with these new lies, saying new things, saying that I'm this prostitute, I'm this, I'm that, talking about my son, like talking shit like literally about him, not saying me as a mom, but talking about my own child, right? And my daughter and just having all kinds of stuff to say. And so when I clap back at her with actual facts, with actual evidence, I give actual case numbers. I show you guys the cases. I go in and prove that these cases exist. I'm not making this up. This is not something that I just put together on my computer or, put together on my phone and just decided to show you. No, I'm actually giving you case numbers. I'm telling you where to find it. You can go look at it and you can explore these things yourself. Okay. So Breaking, you really can't get out of that. That's what's going on. I literally am exposing you because you think you're going to lie about me. When in lying about me, all I got to do is show and prove the actual truth about you. I don't have a problem doing that. It's not my fault that these things that I'm showing are fact, okay? And that the things that you're just saying, you're just saying. Like, you could say whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? You could do whatever you want to do. I could say a whole bunch of stuff, but the facts are the actual facts. And I am presenting nothing but facts. I've done nothing but that this whole time. I don't have to go out. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's other things that have been told to me about you as well that I don't believe, okay? And that I'm not going to release because I can't present it. I can't prove it. I have not been able to substantiate it. Okay. One of those things was that you had an even bigger theft charge. It was a higher amount, and it was an amount that would have you like really in like federal prison. And I can't substantiate that. Okay. So therefore, I'm not releasing that information. I heard about it, but I can't release it because I can't substantiate it. But everything else I've been able to substantiate. And this is why I'm releasing it. It's because you keep coming from me. The moment you stop coming from me, the moment you stop talking shit, the moment you stop making up shit about me, like, and about my grandfather and my mom and all these other lies that you're telling, the moment you stop doing that will be the moment that I stop allowing myself to be karma in your life. I don't have no problem being that. Like I told you, I can go either way spiritually, whatever you choose to do. I can be that negative energy that you are pushing and putting out into the universe. Okay. And then cleanse myself completely from the situation because I know that I'm in the right in doing so. Okay. You can continue to keep doing that. Like I said, jumping up and down, feeling some type of way, screaming and hollering and complaining about Derell's wife and all that. What? While you're talking about the paperwork for Derell's wife, which, by the way, you're not thoroughly reading, right? By the way, while you're talking about that, where is your son? Where's your sons? How come you're not talking about that paperwork? How come you're not talking about this grandmother that is claiming that she has your son? And then when you go to her actual Facebook, at her public Facebook page, right? Your son is plain as day on that Facebook. Tell me why that is. While you're looking for Derell's wife to answer questions about something that allegedly happened to their child, who is now 27 years old at the time when she was 5. Your kids are still growing up. Your kids are still teenagers, right? How come you're not in their life while you're talking about this parent who has been there for her child, has successfully raised her children, right? Has successfully made sure that their children are good, right? And made sure that everything is okay. And their child still has a great relationship with them today. Tell me why you have so much fervor to discuss that, but you have no energy for the child that you're saying doesn't even exist. But yet, anybody and everybody who has looked at these broadcasts, who has heard the voice of Derell and has heard the voice of Let Me See Your Transcript and Miss Figs, and is known that this woman has said that she has your child, can easily debunk your story. It's so easy. It's not even funny. It's amazing how the universe brought the stars in alignment like that, because I generally wouldn't even have looked at a place like that. I wouldn't have even went that far. But I was not going to let you keep saying that these kids don't exist when I knew they did. I had to find them. And I did everything I could to do so. And it wasn't that hard. Once I had the case number for the assault charge against the grandmother, who she claimed you assaulted her, right? Once I had that, that was all it took. It took that. I was able to pull that case. I was able to get the name of the grandmother, and I was able to find her on social media. And like I said, social media literally will tell everything. This is why even me and mine had pictures of my kids, right? My son when he graduated high school, pictures of them when they were younger and stuff like that, because these were pictures that I didn't have privated. Okay. These were pictures you can go in and you can look and you would be able to see photos that I've had in the past. And this is what the grandmother has. And she has spitting image pictures of a child that looks exactly like you and exactly like your son. I can't make this up to save my life. Like, I couldn't even make this up if I wanted to. And anybody can go look at that. I refuse to put any links. I refuse to do any of that because I want you to do your own thorough research. People are smart. They can find out how long a Facebook page has been around, right? Whether or not I'm the one that created the Facebook page, or whether or not the Facebook page was already there and has been there for an extended period of time, right? Where there's multiple pictures of this child and other members of the family, okay? And how this child looks, how when you smile and different things like that that you've done right here on YouTube, okay? And can those pictures and those photos and those profiles of you can easily be compared to this child's pictures from when he was younger to now. It is not a joke or a game. I don't know if, Breaking just thinks everybody's slow and everybody's stupid and nobody knows any better. But sweetheart, no. Nobody's making any of this shit up, okay? Not like you. You definitely make up shit. You like to get online and just run your mouth and just say a bunch of shit, okay? Like a 15-year-old. We're adults. If I say something, I can back up what the fuck I say. Okay? If I'm wrong about something, I could say I'm wrong about it, right? If I've had something incorrect, I could say that too. But I'm not incorrect about this. I'm 100% right about this, and I know it. And you know it too. This is why you're bothered, okay? This is why you keep making up stuff and keep, throwing a bunch of bullshit out to only the audience that would pander to that, okay? And it's only working on them. It's not even working on them. They just like the train wreck too. They just like the fuck shit. AAS should have warned you. She should have told you about that. She should have told you. I would leave T-Free alone, right? Because the tree that she's barking up right now, I don't think you want to keep going there with her, because there's a lot more, But I definitely wanted to clear this up, because Derell is not paying me to come after Breaking the Culture. Nobody has to pay me to come after this bitch. Nobody has to do that. That's facts, okay? Derell chose to super chat me because I was speaking truth about what was going on with his wife, as not only I have done, but a couple of people who are expert in law have also done, okay? Where you guys are reading what you want to read. You're reading through this without reading the full documents. You're reading parts and different things like that, but you're not actually reading it and reading for what it really says and what the end result was, okay? This woman was never convicted of anything, and that's just the bottom line. I'm not going to keep repeating that, keep going over that. You guys have their case number, and you guys are welcome to go look at it yourself. But the bottom line is this. At the end of the day, Derell is not paying me and does not have to pay me to come after Breaking the Culture. Anything I say and do, I stand 10 toes on what the fuck I say and 10 toes on what the fuck I do. I don't need a single soul to get me and derail me up into nothing, okay? I stand on everything I do in real life and on these YouTube streets. I'm not going to sit here and have somebody swaying me and persuading me to do anything. If I felt a certain way about something, I would say it. Or I wouldn't even say anything. There's sometimes I just wouldn't say anything. But at the end of the day, nobody is doing that with the pre at all. There's not a soul on these YouTube streets that I would sell my soul to that would have me, going and running and doing people's dirty work and doing all this. No, bitch. No, bitch. I ain't got to do that. You motherfuckers are wrong. That's just it. This is a sector, as we've known, that is full of people who are just want to see a train wreck and want to see a problem. That's just it. They want to see issues with people, especially people that they think are their quote unquote ops, people they don't like, people they don't fuck with, right? Of course, they want to see some fuck shit happen. And, it's just going to be the talk of that moment for that moment. But, that's just kind of the history of the sector. It's just something that you know. But the bottom line is, when you come into this sector and you do that, right, you got to differentiate what you're doing. You got to come in here and be like, you know what, I'm just here for the fuckery. I'm going to run around and tell y'all a bunch of fuck shit about somebody, and I don't really got no evidence of it. I don't really got no proof of it. I'm just saying it, right? If you really want to get down and dirty in the concrete with somebody, and you really want motherfuckers to understand the difference, that this is just fuckery and this I'm just fucking around, or you really like, nah, I'm really exposing this bitch, okay? You gotta come with fucking receipts. That's just it. If you really want people to see what you're actually saying, you got to come with receipts. You can't just say whatever you want. It doesn't matter what you think you see. Like I said, this sector is an illusion. You might think that because there's a few people that you got in this chat room that's like, yeah, yeah, and rallying around some bullshit, right? You got to look at the big picture. These are trolls, okay? They want the fuckery. Of course, they're going to want you to say all kinds of egregious stuff about people's parents and grandparents and stuff without the evidence of it, right? Bottom line is, Breakin is the one that had told multiple people in multiple sectors that her mom is a crackhead, okay? And that her mom's a prostitute. This is not new. This is not new information. This is not something I made up. And as a matter of fact, the grandmother of her child, is the one that actually substantiated that in her interview with Derell Moore. So, like I said, receipts, receipts, receipts. I come with the receipts. I don't have to sit here and talk shit and cry to the sector and beg the niggas in the sector to agree with me and beg the niggas in the sector to feel some time. I ain't got to do none of that shit, bro. I don't have to do none of that shit, nigga. I promise you, I stand on every motherfucking thing I say in life, whether it's in person or whether it's online. If I'm wrong, I can come back and say it. If I'm right, I'm going to stand on it, and you going to be mad. And I guess y'all niggas going to be even more mad today. Shout out to Derell, the Rebirth Live. Appreciate you for the $500 super chat. Breaking made, she can't, this shit she broke and used up, laughing my ass off. This is also courtesy of Shay Shay Ra. Exactly. This is for them niggas, all right? Shout out to D. Derell for the $500 super chat, while all the hate watchers are going to be pissed the fuck off. Shout out to Derell for raining down on Black Lounge. And again, it ain't got nothing to do with him making me do anything. I ain't got to be nobody's minion or any of that bullshit. I ain't got to do none of that, y'all. None of that. I stand on what I say. I mean what I say. Bitch, you should have left me the fuck alone. When I left you alone, you should have left me alone. I wasn't bothering you to begin with. You was coming from me, all right? You were mad that I could speak facts about you. You were mad that I can actually tell the truth about you. You understand what I'm saying? So you wanted to back off. I backed off. The conversation changed. The sector went a different way. People were talking about different stuff. But you thinking that I done left the sector completely, you dummy, kept talking about a bitch. And you want to keep talking and keep talking and keep talking. I let your ass live as long as I wanted to. I let your ass live until I got on that motherfucking panel with you. And bitch, you didn't want the same fucking energy. You didn't have the same fucking energy. And now I'm gunning for your motherfucking ass. Okay? And if you keep coming for me, I'm going to keep exposing you. Because there's so much shit to expose about you. There's so much shit about you, girl. It's not even funny. Like, it's up to the heavens of shit that I have that is verifiable information. Not just shit that I just feel like saying. Like I said, there's things that I've heard about you that I can't verify. This is why I won't release those things, right? I've had people get mad at me for not releasing stuff that's been said about you. And I refuse to do it because I can't substantiate it. I can't verify it, okay? But trust me, the shit that I can verify goes to the fucking heavens about you, bitch. It just do. I don't give a fuck who mad, who don't like it, who feels some type of way, who mad at the Godfather, who's mad at me. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. When are y'all going to realize who T Pre is? When are y'all going to learn about me? That I don't give two shits about people's fucking feelings around here. I'm going to tell you how it is. You don't have to like what it is. It's just what it is, okay? But the bottom line is I show y'all actual facts, actual evidence. That's just what it is. I will give you proof of what things are. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to make up shit. I don't have to jump up and down and yell and be upset and feel some. I don't have to go through that. I might call y'all some slow bitches in the back sometimes, right? Because y'all got a couple slow bitches in the fucking back that love to come fucking hate watch. I love that shit. I ain't got no problem with it. I might talk to you like that though, but I ain't mad. I ain't mad. And I most definitely am going to give you evidence. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to make up shit. We ain't Jehovah's Witnesses around here, okay? We don't give up propaganda and expect everybody to believe that shit. No, no, no. We're going to go ahead and give you the proof. And I want y'all to go and do your own research on that shit. Do your own research on it. How hard is it to look up that person on Facebook? It ain't difficult at all. And I'm telling you, breaking the culture's face in that child is literally on that Facebook, like in multiple photos. I do not have to make this up at all. I ain't got to make that. I wish I was making it up, to be honest, because it's fucked up that somebody is actually out here abandoning their own children, right? All while they're telling somebody else about their child who is 27 plus years old and has a relationship with their parents, has a relationship, a good relationship with their parents, right? I don't get it. I don't know how she thought that that was normal or that was okay. Hold on one second, guys. For some reason, my StreamYard is going real slow again. I don't know why this be happening. Let me go ahead and go up to the comments, though. I definitely want to read everybody's comments and kind of get into everything that everybody was saying. But I do definitely appreciate the super chats that have come in. Definitely appreciate that, D. And shout out to you for that. Hold on one second. Let me go up a little bit further because, yeah, I see you guys in here. I appreciate everybody that's in the building. Hold on. You know, I'm just going to go to my other device and just look at what you guys are saying. I couldn't believe this girl was really in her bag enough to be talking about abuse in the household. Like, I will say this much, though. Shout out to Steph Collins, because you definitely made a point yesterday when you said that Breakin's children are probably much better off without her, right? Just kind of much better off not in the home at all and just not even dealing with that situation. And I totally agree with that. I think that these kids shouldn't be, they shouldn't be dealing with what they are. But they are, and it's just unfortunate. Okay, you said, did someone say expert in law, child? Yes, I was talking about you, of course. You said, never, she just wasn't. You said, Derell definitely ain't paying me. He don't even like me. And that was Steph Collins that said that. You said, I don't have any issue with you, Steph Collins. Okay, so Derell don't have no issues with you. And the reason I'm not highlighting guys is because for some reason my StreamYard is tripping. But anyway, you guys can see, I see y'all see the $500 super chat from the Godfather. Truly appreciate that, bro. You said, same here, Derell. And so nobody's having any issues with each other. Vici, I appreciate you being in the building. Also, one of my favorite moderators and one of my longest standing members in here is Vici. Truly appreciate all of your support every single month, all of the time. You also are one of the ones that contribute to that YouTube check every single month. So shout out to Derell. I will tell y'all, though, that all the super chats that I've gotten this month, I will not receive until next month. That is not something I'm going to see until the end of next month. Okay, so I'm pretty sure y'all counting up my money. I'm not even counting it. I don't even know how much it all is right at this moment because it wasn't just Derell that was sending super chats. It was just the bigger ones that y'all have noticed, okay? Because y'all mad, at the Godfather, and you mad at the Pre, and, why not just come after the both of us, It is what it is. But y'all niggas just going to be mad and in y'all feelings. You said, how a hoe going to give advice? How a hoe who has abandoned her kids, Derell, going to give advice on parenting? That's the biggest question, right? How the hell is a hoe that works in the dungeon, that gets her mouth pissed in from her clients in the dungeon, right? How is that hoe who has abandoned her kids giving out parenting advice out here? Like, you can't make this shit up to save your lives. Like, it's just crazy to just listen to and to just hear this craziness out here. But yes, this bitch is really a hoe in the dungeon getting pissed in the mouth by her clients. Okay, according to her, she said this is what her client likes, right? According to her, he's pissing in her mouth in the dungeon, and she's done abandoned two of her kids, and she's out here giving parenting advice and how all the shit she got a problem with over here on YouTube. I'm like, yo, anybody could be anything on YouTube, child. It don't make no goddamn sense. you said you said the truth is the goddamn truth. Exactly. It just is what it is. The truth is going to always be the truth. You can't hide the truth. You can't take from it. Can't take away from it. It just is what it is. And unfortunately, sweetheart, I'm showing actual court documents. I'm not just making this up. All right. I didn't type up something and put something together on a Word document and just say, here, guys, this is what I think is happening with breaking the culture. No, I actually showed court evidence. We actually did some research after listening to Derell Moore's video. Okay. Which again, Derell Moore does not have a dog in my fight with you. Okay. So we're listening to his video and we went into the court systems to substantiate that woman's story. And she was able, her story came up. It was fact. It happened. The assault actually happened. And there's still a capias out for you today. She even had an assault charge against her. Okay? Because the cop had charged both of y'all. And you were the only one that there's still a capias and an arrest warrant for. This is why we don't have a mugshot of you, dummy. Okay? Because you keep running. Okay? What you think they gonna run down on you and take a picture of you in the street? They gotta come and arrest you and take you to the jail, okay? And then they have to fucking give you a mugshot. That's how that works. You get fingerprinted, all that. That's how that works, okay? Like, duh, dummy. And according to these cases, you're on the run. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about, homegirl. You just basically get caught and don't show up. That's what happens. You get charged and you don't show up. That's what happens with you. You said, I meant breaking made. She can't get this shit. She is broke and used up. Exactly. Definitely broke and a used up hoe. Don't make no goddamn sense to be that goddamn broke and that goddamn used up to the point now that she got to settle for a Jewish cuckold, an old Jewish cuckold who won't even go and properly take care of all of her children. Don't make no goddamn sense. You said, damn, AAS was paying for loyalty when she had those contests. Now D. Derell playing for loyalty. That sounds funny and sounds cute, make a change. But goddamn well, Derell ain't got to pay me to do a goddamn thing. I'm talking about that bitch because I want to be talking about that bitch. It ain't got nothing to do with D. Derell. It ain't got nothing to do with any of that. Derell don't even have a dog in my fight. This is my fight with breaking the culture. Derell is not the one that's, up on these panels with her while she's trying to talk shit about my son, who is doing well, by the way, guys. All right. And talk shit about these types of situations. Who also, I want to shout out the people in the sector who reached out to me publicly and privately, who have also experienced family members who have schizophrenia. Okay. And they are very aware of how that works and that it has nothing to do with the parenting skills and all this other weird shit that this dumb bitch said. I truly appreciate all of you who understand that and are educated on that. And shout out to y'all because he's doing really good. He's taking care of himself. I don't even have to do anything anymore for him. He's grown anyway, but I don't have to do anything because he's doing it on his own. And it's something that he wants to do. And I'm so, so proud of him for that. I definitely put in a lot of work, put in a lot of sacrifice over it. It took a lot of time. But I think we're here and I'm very proud of him and where he's at. But shout out to anybody who has ever experienced that and knows what that's like, and those people who have reached out and said something. And like I said, it only takes a demonic individual who has no connection with their own children to say something weird and crazy weird stuff and demonic shit like she does, But, hey, I appreciate all of you for that. But that is the absolute reason why, because guess who I will fucking fight for? And guess who I will go to fucking bat for? And I will go to death and to war for is for my kids. Every single one of them I would. I'll put you smooth in the dirt over them. I don't have no problem with it. Okay. So yeah, I'll come out fighting over them. But I'm gonna come with shit that's really gonna knock your ass the fuck down. I'm not gonna come with a bunch of bullshit and just yelling and screaming and making up a bunch of lies. No, bitch, I'm gonna come with the facts. You are the one that has abandoned two of your children. Everybody's aware of it. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody can see it. Even if they're gassing you up, honey, like the sector loves to gas people up just to simply keep the nonsense going. I don't care what people are over there gassing that bitch up, okay? At the end of the day, sweetheart, the truth is just the truth. You need to go ahead and face what's going on with you and your kids, okay? What's happening with you and your minor kids, because all of your children are minors. Your oldest son, Aiden, is about 16 years old, okay? And your middle son, okay, he's 14, 13 to 14 years old, okay? That is the ages of your kids. I need you to go and do something about them. I need you to get your life together, to get your mental health together, right? So that you can be in the lives of your kids. It may not be appropriate for you to take them back into your home at this point, right? They may be just perfect where they are, and protected where they are. And shout out to the grandmother for doing her part on that. Shout out to the father for doing his part on that. But you should at least be clearing up yourself and getting your life together so that you can put positive mojo into the earth, okay, over your children. And then you could start doing some things for them. And the universe could start aligning you with them. The stars could start really aligning you in their life. Right now, everything is off and everything is chaotic, and you're bothered and you're upset and you're worried and in your bag because you're wrong. That's literally why. When you get that correct, when you get that right, when you get back into their lives, or at least you align yourself to do so, everything will work right out. Promise you. That's one of the biggest things that is egregious to the universe is the mistreatment of children, the mistreatment of women. Okay, that is one of the biggest things that will get you your entire life in chaos. Okay, and wondering why you don't have no peace, wondering why it don't matter how much money is in the bank of your boyfriend, right? You will have no peace. You can't get no nothing. You can't get nothing in your name. Nothing is going well. Nothing is going right because you're not doing right. Okay. It just doesn't matter what you say online or how you try to make it. If you're not doing the right thing, you're just simply not doing the right thing. And things are not going to work in your favor because of that. So I just wanted to say that. You said how many niggas gonna build with no money? You let the bag leave the sector. Exactly, because there's no damn bag in this sector. Like nobody is getting no money in this sector. Like it's just not. It used to be like that. It's not like that anymore, right? Because y'all have literally run each other off. Y'all have run that type of stuff off by being so treacherous with one another. It's not everybody, but it's a lot of you. It's a few of you that have done that. And you've run the money out the sector. Nobody's gonna keep fucking with this shit. Yeah, you said, Stephanie said, anytime a liar is lying about the system, I'm there to bust on them with great pleasure. Okay, I'm just saying, like, y'all are sitting here trying to force this whole pretrial supervision deal and the conditions of the pretrial supervision. You're trying to force that as a conviction. You're trying to force her feelings of wanting to get rid of this situation as a conviction. The judge turned around and said he will not convict her because there was not enough evidence. That is just the bottom line. Like, if y'all don't want to read that to your audiences, that is your choice, right? If they don't want to go and look, because, there's a few people in this sector that kind of have to follow a crowd. They have to go with the status quo, right? They have to, if 10 people over here agree, they don't want to look like they're not agreeing. So they're going to go along with whatever they say because they don't want to be on the outside, like just lonely ass people who clearly don't have any other friends. Okay. They have to go along with the quote unquote status quo of, this sector. Okay. This small little space, so they're going to go with whatever said. They're not going to look into the evidence. They're not going to look up true information. They'd rather have a following. They would rather have people just agree with whatever they say. You don't have to agree with everything I say. You really don't. But we're free thinkers over here. We really are free thinkers. There'll be a lot of people that say that they're free thinkers. They're not free thinkers, okay? They're just freely come to your space so that they can agree with everything that you say, so they can get along with everybody in your chat. That's literally what they do. Everybody knows that it doesn't matter what you try to say. It's sad what you see 40 and 50 plus year old people doing that, but clearly that's what a lot of people do. But yeah, it's just amazing to see these people try to make things what they want it to be. You said she's getting that R. Kelly treatment, You said she can't go to the state of Ohio or the state of Nevada either. Okay, clearly she can't go to either one of them because they got capiases out for this bitch. I'm just saying. Hey, the Pink Estate. You said while she filed that lawsuit against Victor Cousins is in the wrong jurisdiction and they throw it out because she has warrants. Exactly. That's exactly what happened. She went to go file we'll look that up and look into that too, since this bitch, she wants everybody to expose her shit. We might as well just go ahead and do that. And I had an opportunity as well to get in touch with Victor Cousins, and I may in fact even do that. Like I said, she's not that important. Where I had left a lot of stuff that I could have done a while ago alone. And also I wasn't trying to expose her at one time. I really wasn't. I didn't, it wasn't, it didn't serve me. It was nothing for me to do that. But now that, there's reason, I don't have no reason not to. So I just very well may have an interview with Victor Cousins and his current wife in regards to breaking the culture. That was one that I was looking into doing. There was some other content creators that I had looked into, but like I said, those were more or less stories that I had also been through. I do think that some of them are able to substantiate some of these stories in regards to her mom and stuff like that. They had some evidence of her saying the same things about her mom. So no, nobody's making up anything about Breaking the Culture's mother. And as I said, you guys heard it. You never even really heard that from me. Y'all heard that from Derell Moore and from Jermella Figs, which is the kid's grandmother. Okay, you heard that from them. And then, I was saying, I substantiated it by saying, yeah, Breaking did in fact tell me that. She most definitely told me that her mom was a prostitute, and that her mom was in fact a crackhead, and that her mom lost all of her kids to the state. Okay, she had like 12 children, and she lost all of them to the state of New Jersey. She was in Atlantic City. I ain't making that up. This is something Breaking the Culture said. And, these people were substantiating it. While she's talking about how we were raised, Eyes, you should have heard this bitch this morning talking about how all the women in the sector, how we were raised and how we were abused in our lives. And this is why we are so angry, and we get up here angry, and we're so mad at the world that we're just coming after her every day. And I'm like, is it me or is it her? This bitch is always online talking about me, or talking about Eyes, or talking about another woman in the sector. This is her doing that. We're not doing that. And then when she gets online, she's mad and in her bag, and oh my God, and mad and mad. They'll be cracking the fuck up at this bitch. Because the things that we're saying are facts. The things that we're showing are truth. It's no, none of that stuff is made up. I'm not making any of this stuff up. And anybody can go and look at it. So, again, I'm not sure where, this whole notion of, all the women in the sector are so mad and we're jealous of her. I don't know anybody that's jealous of somebody who's abandoning their kids. Okay. I don't. I don't know anybody who's jealous of somebody who literally has to put makeup on and eyelashes on and everything else every time they come on camera. Okay. Just to be validated by trolls and by people who don't know them. Okay. That's you. That's all of this is stuff you're doing. We're not doing this stuff. Okay. This is you doing this stuff. So I just wanted to say all that. But yeah, child, you should have heard that shit earlier. It was just crazy. I couldn't help it. I had to go live and talk about this bullshit. You said they think we planned this. They think we fucking planned this shit, Derell. Like they really honestly think you're sending me super chats because we sat back and plotted on this dusty bitch. Like nobody gives a fuck about these bitches, but at the end of the motherfucking day, y'all not about to lie about this shit. Like that's just what it is. We're gonna speak the facts. We're gonna present the evidence, and you're gonna be fucking mad about it. And Derell just happens to, and not only does he, Derell super chats people in all different types of spaces. Y'all should see some of these super chats that some of these content creators get. So this right here, it's appreciative. It really is. I do appreciate it, but this isn't anything compared to what a lot of content creators actually do receive. So shout out to Derell and the way that he actually does go out and support channels that he supports. Okay, truly appreciate that from him. You said Cousins. Mm-hmm. You said she got criminal charges filed against Cousins. Mm-hmm. You said I am gonna do a video on schizophrenia for you and others. It's one of my best specialties. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. I have a lot of information on it myself. I've been very, very educated on the disorder. I'm aware of the different things about it. I know about schizoaffective disorder. I know about different other things. And I'm aware of it, how it affects Black people, how it affects Black men in particular, and how there's so many cases that are unspoken and untreated. There's so many cases that people are afraid to speak on, right? Because of the conditions and because of the things that happen with it. They're afraid to talk about it, and they oftentimes live with it for the rest of their lives. And you'll see the effects of it later in their life if it goes untreated. So schizophrenia has absolutely nothing to do with bad parenting at all. And there's women that have it, there's men that have it, and it does affect the Black community. And it's something that is not spoken of a lot in the Black community. There's a lot of hush hush around it. But definitely, I would definitely appreciate that, Derell. And I'm very, very much looking forward to that. My son, I'm actually going to tell him about it too, because he does his own education with people too on the disorder, just based off of his experiences. Okay. And, he's spoken with others and, in certain things. But yeah, that's going to be great to get, Derell. I truly appreciate that. You said, hold on. Pink Estate said, "Hi, Stephanie. The courts tossed the civil and criminal charges out against Cousins, allegedly." Okay, so I'd like to look into that, or if you want to cover that, Eyes, I'd love to see that too. Hey, Chat Lives, I appreciate you being in the building. You said, Derell, why you giving Google $150? Cash App is your friend. I appreciate it. It's not really an issue whether he wants to super chat or whether he wants to send me cash apps. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's cool. I really do appreciate it. But they do take 30%. So they definitely do. But hey, it keeps the lights on. It's not really a big deal. But I do appreciate it. You said, I'm curious to know the age of the father of her oldest child, especially if she had that child as a teen. Granny was 49 when that altercation happened. No, actually, Granny is 49 now. So I did some math on it, right? Breakin was 20 at the time, because when you pull up Breakin's case, let me just do that real quick. We're gonna go ahead and see if I can pull this up. Oh shit, I forgot my computer's going slow. So I don't want to do that because I don't want it to start lagging. But either way, when you look at it, you'll see that Breakin's case, if you pull up her case, it shows that she's 34 currently. Okay. So the grandmother is currently 49 years old. She'll actually be 50 in June. Okay. So I did some math on that. The son is 32. So if she has a son that's 32, that's possible. If she's 50, right? Because then that would be That's almost 20 years old. So she would have been 18 when she gave birth to her own son. Okay. I was 18, almost 19 when I gave birth to my daughter. So I could see that being the proper age, because by the time I'm 50, my daughter should be around that age, around 30 or so, 31 or so. She's 26 now. So it should be around that. Okay. So the ages make sense. And then when it comes to the child being 13 or 14, he is the age of my youngest child. So I can recall just from all of my sons, their development over the years, like what they look like at 8 compared to what they look like at 10, compared to what they look like at 13, right? Compared to now, my oldest ones, what they look like at 17 and 18, what they look like in their 20s, right? Much big differences in the developments of the child, right? So I was able to see Michael, which is her son. I was able to see the pictures of him on this Facebook, and I saw over time these ages and these stages for this child, and for my golly, yeah, he adds right up to those ages. Okay, like literally adds right up to it. Um, but again, this would be something you would have to go look at for yourself. I am not going to post it on here, but unfortunately, it is public. And since this woman, and the negative energy that she is putting out in the universe, saying that these children don't even exist. Now, if she was saying something like, yeah, they live with their grandma, they don't stay with me, they live with their grandma, I might find it crazy and egregious, right? But I wouldn't even be talking about it. I wouldn't be putting this out here. It's the fact that this bitch is saying that these kids don't exist. That is the part that's got me disgusted, has got me weirded out, right? And then she's on here acting like she never said that, and then pretending, just skipping right over that and jumping to somebody else's situation as if that situation just kind of counteracts whatever's going on with her. No, bitch, we're talking about you. We're not talking about Derell. We're not talking about his wife. We've already established that, first of all, she's not part of this sector, right? So that's number one. Number two, the fact that why are we talking about her? When your situation is plain as day. Number three, we're coming for you because I'm coming for you because you keep coming for me, and you're coming for me unprovoked. I'm not fucking with you. I'm not doing anything to you. I never did anything to you to begin with. I never tried to fuck with you to begin with. I never tried anything, never disrespected, never did nothing to you. You did this. This is all you're doing, breaking. Okay. And once you get an understanding of that and really catch on to your part of this and your behavior in this matter, this shit will literally stop. It'll stop. But like I said, I have mounds and mounds of shit to release on your motherfucking ass. Like actual facts, not just bullshit, not just stuff I want the lying part of the sector to believe. No, none of that. I really have facts. And the funny part is, even the people that gas you up, they watching and they looking at the facts too. Yeah, they are. They are. See, those people, the folks that are in that part of the sector, the folks that do that stuff, right? They do that strategically. They have reasons for why they can agree with you at the moment. They have reasons for why they can say, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and side with you on this situation for the moment, right? They have reasons for that. There's always a strategy behind it, okay? It's never because they really want to be your friend or because they actually fuck with you or because they actually believe you. No, there's some reason and some underlying reason for why they are in agreement with you at the moment. This is what Breaking the Culture hasn't picked up about this sector. She hasn't figured that out yet. You'll figure it out eventually. It might take you actually getting burnt by the sector for you to get it. Okay. But unfortunately, sweetheart, you can't just, well, fortunately, I'll say this. You can't just go around giving people advice on how to be good parents and how to be good people when you've got all these crazy ass charges on you that have been substantiated. Okay. And that are actual facts. And like I said, people can go and look at your son. You're always on here showing us your face. So we know what you look like. I know what you look like. I've seen your kids and everything. So I know what he looks like compared to your kids. Like, it's not hard for me to see at all. Let me go ahead and finish up these comments because I actually got to go, guys. I have an appointment a little bit later on for a spa appointment. So I'm really excited about that. But shout out to me on my birthday. But yeah, it would be interesting to know the age of the father. But from what I understand, she doesn't know who the father is of the oldest child. Like, it was a combination of multiple men. And even the second child, she didn't know who that child's father was either. She was saying Victor Cousins was the father. Then she was saying there was a guy named Michael who she named the child after. Um, Michael, who is the owner of that funeral home, she said that he was the father. And then she said that the father, who really is the father, was the father. Turns out that he is the one that's the father. And they had to get his name changed to his from the other parent because this is how great of a parent breaking the culture is. So much that she don't even know who her baby daddies are. Okay. Literally going after in the same path of her own mom. Okay, because her mom don't know who her father is either. He was one of her tricks. So I don't know how Breaking knows the race of her dad because her mom don't even know the race of her dad, according to the Breaking. So Portola, you said chat lives. Yeah, Alphabet gets about 30% cut. They sure do. They definitely do. You said the pink estate. I agree. You said, yeah, the Victor Cousins issue is very disturbing. It is. It's unfortunate too because he shouldn't have been fooling with her, to be honest. But I do want to look into it a little bit more and see what's going on with that. And I would like to interview him too, just to get some understanding of some things. You say you should. There is an entire church audience outside this sector that would watch. Find all her victims of lies and deceit. Yep. Mm-hmm. You said she read my bio on live and tried futilely to make fun of it. Don't make no damn sense. You said facts. You said, Derell, do you know anything about the history of the research on schizophrenia on Black men? I've read before that it was distorted because of underlying motives to make Black men look dangerous. It was. Yes. See, there's so much going on with that schizophrenia thing and we have Black therapists, by the way. My son is dealing with a Black team. They're Black therapists. We have a black psychiatrist. We have all of that, and we are well educated on this, and we know a lot of stuff about that. So yes, there is some truth to what you're saying, but I'm going to let the expert talk about this because Derell definitely has expertise in that area, and I truly appreciate him for doing that. You said, "Oh wow, 49 now." Oh, yeah, she'll be 50 in June. She'll be 50 in June. So yeah, she's right on point with the age because she would only be 5 years older than me. And that would mean in 5 years, my child would be 31 and I will be 50. Okay, so it makes sense. The ages are not off at all. Ages are not off at all. Not off at all. Hey, what you gonna do about it? Truly appreciate you for being in the building and letting me troll with you the other night. I was tore up though, but thank you for letting me be up there hanging out with you the other night. That was really fun. Guys, listen, I'm about to get out of here because we're not about to spend all of our day, especially my birthday, talking about this crusty lip bitch. Okay. At the end of the day, like I said, nobody has to pay me to do anything to this broad. Okay. Anything that I say, I'm standing on because that's how I feel. Okay. This is what I have experienced with her. Nobody else had to experience it. Nobody else had to go through it. It didn't have to be anything of any such nature. Okay. The bottom line is breaking the culture is not, hey, Clark, I truly appreciate you for being in the building as well. You said, hey to Uncle Al. You said, I was having a ball listening to y'all, child. Yeah, that was fun. I really did have fun doing that. And I was trolling a lot too, guys. Definitely trolling a lot. But anyway, I appreciate all of you for being in the building. But yes, the bottom line is, like I said, you said, yes, I do, Stephanie. The bottom line is I am not going to, I'm not going to make up shit. I don't have to make up things about this girl. This is exactly what it is. It's unfortunate that this is what it is. but it is what it is, guys. Okay. Hopefully, Breakin will get her shit together. I don't know. I think that's kind of far fetched to look for and to hope for, but hopefully at some point she will actually do that. And Steph, I truly appreciate that $20 super chat. Let me go ahead and get that real quick. Truly appreciate the super chats today. I truly appreciate everybody who definitely supports the show. Yeah, guys, I don't know what is going on with my StreamYard. That's been happening a lot. I don't know if it's because of my laptop or what. But when I'm on my Mac, it doesn't happen. But when I'm on this laptop, for some reason, I always start freezing up and doing all kinds of shit. Alan, I truly appreciate the $50 super chat. Truly appreciate that from you as well. Happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate the birthday wishes from you guys. And Steph, you said happy birthday as well. Truly appreciate all of you guys. And Derell, again, for the $500 super chat. I truly appreciate that as well. But again, guys, nobody is paying me to come after this hoe, okay? I can talk about this hoe because she's a goddamn hoe and because I want to, okay? It ain't because somebody's making me. It ain't because somebody's paying me. I'm not that fucking shallow. I can talk about you bitches because I fucking feel like it, okay? And I know ain't shit you bitches gonna do to check me about it. That's it, like on God, okay? And like I said, everything I do on here, I can do in real life. All right. I actually do. I stand 10 toes on what I say everywhere I go and anything I do. And I'm going to continue to do that. And you bitches just going to be mad. Like, that's just what it is. I don't care. Okay. Okay. All right. Shout out to the loungers for coming in today and for supporting the show. Truly appreciate everybody. And guys, I'm actually going to get out of here. I hope that this is going to let me end it the proper way. I don't know, but make sure that you guys hit the like button on the way out. Okay. And I will talk to you guys later. I truly appreciate you guys again. And peace, guys. Hold on a second while I do end the show because it is going to take a second because this thing is lagging. All right, guys. Peace, guys. Talk to you guys soon.